Chapter 3: The Web of Deception. The city of Paris was a symphony of life and color as Agent Liam Cooper and Mia Donovan navigated its labyrinthine streets. The city, with its vibrant markets, historic landmarks, and hidden alleyways, was a living, breathing entity, its pulse echoing with the secrets it held. Their investigation had led them to a clandestine meeting spot, a nondescript building nestled in the heart of the city. It was here that they hoped to uncover more about the network of spies and double agents that Kessler had woven into his web of deception. As they entered the building, they were greeted by a world that existed in the shadows. The air was thick with tension, the dimly lit corridors echoing with hushed whispers and furtive glances. This was a world where trust was a commodity, and betrayal was a currency. Liam and Mia moved through the building with practiced ease, their senses heightened, their instincts on high alert. They were intruders in this world, their presence a ripple in the otherwise calm surface of deception and intrigue. Their journey led them to a room filled with surveillance equipment, the screens flickering with live feeds from various parts of the city. It was a nerve center, a hub of information that held the keys to Kessler's plans. As Mia worked her magic on the computers, hacking into the encrypted files, Liam kept watch, his gaze never straying far from the door. The room was a ticking time bomb, each passing second bringing them closer to potential discovery. Their efforts were rewarded when Mia managed to decrypt a file that revealed the identity of a key player in Kessler's network. A formidable assassin known only as the Phantom, a ghost in the world of espionage, leaving no trace behind. The revelation sent a chill down Liam's spine. He had heard of the Phantom, a figure shrouded in mystery and fear. The fact that Kessler had such a dangerous ally was a testament to the magnitude of the threat they were facing. As they delved deeper into the network, they discovered a series of coded messages, each one a piece of the puzzle. The messages were a roadmap to Kessler's plans, a blueprint of the chaos he intended to unleash. Their investigation was cut short when they heard footsteps approaching the room. They had been discovered. With no time to erase their digital footprint, they had to think fast. Liam and Mia found themselves in a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, their every move being watched, their every decision a matter of life and death. They had to outwit their pursuer, using their skills and wits to stay one step ahead. The chase led them through the winding corridors of the building, their hearts pounding in their chests. They were in enemy territory, their survival hinging on their ability to navigate the treacherous terrain. As they finally managed to evade their pursuer, they found themselves back on the vibrant streets of Paris. The city had been a silent witness to their ordeal, its heartbeat echoing with their own. As they caught their breath, the weight of their discovery sinking in, they realized that they were not just up against Kessler. They were up against a network of spies, a web of deception that spanned across the globe. Their partnership, born out of necessity, had been tested in the crucible of danger. They had seen each other's strengths, their weaknesses, and their unwavering resolve. They had faced the shadows together, their bond forged in the fires of adversity. As the sun set on the city of Paris, casting long shadows on its historic streets, Liam and Mia knew that their journey was far from over. The web of deception was intricate and far-reaching, but they were determined to unravel it, one thread at a time. The city, with its vibrant life and hidden secrets, watched as they disappeared into the crowd, their silhouettes merging with the falling dusk. The city knew, as did Liam and Mia, that the game of shadows was far from over. The web of deception was still intact, its threads woven into the fabric of the city, its secrets waiting to be unraveled. As they walked away, their minds filled with the revelations of the day, they knew that they were stepping into a storm. But they also knew that they would face it together. For in the world of shadows and secrets, they had found an ally in each other, a beacon of light in the darkness. The city of Paris, with its vibrant streets and hidden secrets, watched as two of its temporary inhabitants walked away, their silhouettes merging with the falling dusk. The city knew, as did Liam and Mia, that the game of shadows had only just begun. Chapter 4: Betrayal and Loyalty. The city of Paris was a symphony of lights as night fell, its iconic landmarks casting long shadows that danced with the flickering street lamps. In the heart of this vibrant city, Agent Liam Cooper and Mia Donovan found themselves in a clandestine meeting spot, a nondescript building that held more secrets than it revealed. Their investigation had led them to a former ally turned traitor, a man who had once fought alongside Liam but had since chosen a path of deception and betrayal. His name was Jacques Dupont, a seasoned operative who had traded his loyalty for personal gain. As they entered the dimly lit room, the tension was palpable. The room was sparsely furnished, its starkness a reflection of the man they were about to confront. The air was heavy with anticipation, each second ticking by like a countdown to an inevitable confrontation. Jacques sat at the far end of the room, his silhouette outlined by the faint glow of a solitary lamp. His eyes, once full of camaraderie and trust, now held a cold, calculating gleam. Liam's heart pounded in his chest as he faced his former comrade. The memories of their shared past, of missions accomplished and battles fought, were now tainted by the bitter taste of betrayal. "Jacques," Liam began, his voice steady despite the turmoil within him. "Why?" Jacques met his gaze, his expression unreadable. "Survival, Liam," he replied, his voice devoid of any emotion. "In our line of work, loyalty is a liability." Mia watched the exchange, her mind racing. She had heard stories of agents turning rogue, of alliances shattered by greed and ambition. But witnessing it firsthand was a stark reminder of the world they inhabited, a world where trust was a luxury and betrayal a common currency. As the conversation unfolded, they learned of Jacques' involvement with Kessler. He had been feeding Kessler information, aiding him in his quest for chaos and destruction. The revelation was a blow, a painful reminder of the treacherous landscape of espionage. Yet, amidst the betrayal and deceit, a glimmer of hope emerged. Jacques, in his twisted pursuit of survival, had inadvertently provided them with valuable information. Kessler was planning a meeting with a high-ranking official, a meeting that could potentially expose his entire operation. The weight of their discovery hung heavy in the air as they left the meeting spot. Their path was clear, they had to intercept that meeting, to unmask Kessler and halt his plans. As they navigated the labyrinthine streets of Paris, the city seemed to echo their resolve. The vibrant streets, the bustling cafes, the serene Seine, all bore silent witness to their determination. Yet, amidst the urgency of their mission, there was a quiet understanding that bloomed between Liam and Mia. They had seen each other at their most vulnerable, had shared the burden of betrayal, and had chosen to trust despite the odds. Liam saw in Mia a strength that belied her years, a resilience that was as inspiring as it was humbling. Mia, in turn, saw in Liam a man haunted by his past yet determined to right his wrongs, a man who, despite his hardened exterior, carried a deep sense of compassion. As the city of Paris slept, two of its temporary inhabitants were wide awake, their minds racing, their hearts resolute. They were on a path that was as treacherous as it was necessary, a path that would test their loyalty, their courage, and their resolve. But they were ready. For in the world of shadows and secrets, they had found an ally in each other, a beacon of light in the darkness. And as the dawn broke, casting a soft glow over the city, they knew they were one step closer to uncovering the truth. Thanks for watching.